If one were to look at your tattoos, they would see a phrase that says pretty op.
Mm-hmm.
How did that moniker come to be?
Yes, sir. That shit tatted in my skin, pretty motherfucking op. And I'ma stand on that. I'ma brand it all the way. I'ma take it all the way. This name came about because, like, when I first started rapping, you had a lot of people, in the comments and trolling, talking about what I shouldn't rap about, or what type of female I should be, or how I should act. And, like, if I gave a fuck about, maybe if I cared, like, about what people were saying, I probably would do that. But I don't care. I'm just trying to live my life. I'm pretty, and a lot of motherfuckers don't like me. Like, op to everybody. So that's how the Pretty Op name came about. Like, it really, like, is saying fuck you to everybody who's saying I can't be the way that I am. Because I could have a pretty face. Like, who's to fuck to say I can't have no pretty face just because I got a pretty face? I got to act like this. I got to sit up with my shoulders up and, you know what I'm saying, and talk like this and act like this and hang around these people. I don't got to do that. Like, I'm from the trenches for real. So I'm going to take that Pretty Op shit all the way. That's what it is. That's what it's going to be.
You mentioned the phrase trenches.
Mm-hmm.
For those in the audience that has heard that phrase but doesn't know exactly what that is, what is your definition of that?
I'm talking about the hood. I'm talking about where it get at, where it get real like the trenches, the hood, the projects, like where it's busting at.
Now, for those in the audience getting to know you for the very first time, care to share where you were born?
I was born in Chicago, Illinois.
And care to share where you were raised?
I was raised on the east side of Chicago.
And does it get any more specific than that?
Oh, it definitely do. 078, 079, Essex Baby, Gageway, NLMB, 150, all that. Yeah, y'all know the vibes.
And how long were you raised in that area for, age-wise?
So I moved over east, I want to say...
Rough estimate.
09. Been over east ever since then. So.
To this very moment as well.
I'm around.
Was there a time you officially left?
Yeah. It was a time I officially left. I just moved, actually, not too long ago. I just moved, like, this year.
2023.
I gotta focus. You know what I'm saying? You know how it go. I gotta focus. I gotta stay focused. Being in the right, it's too many distractions.
Now, what was that really like, growing up on the east side, in that area, for that amount of time?
For the most part, it was fun. I want to say that. For the most part, it was nothing but fun. But, like anybody would say who had a rough childhood, ain't shit never easy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Growing up, you always got trials and tribulations and obstacles that you got to overcome and shit that you got to go through. Everybody got to go through something. It just, we went through a little more, you know?
Now, what was the top point for you during your upbringing there? What was your highest point or most positive moment growing up in that area?
I'm going to just say, like, getting to spend time and cherish time with people I love the most. Because a lot of people, like the people that are the closest to me, are people who have been in my life for a very long time. People who I grew up with, you know what I'm saying? So I cherish the people close to me a lot because I know how it feels to have somebody so close to you and then don't have them no more. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say, like, that's the best moment about growing up in the trenches is having a time, because you can never get time back. You can never get time back. So cherish the time that you have with the people that you love the most.
On the opposite end of the spectrum, when it comes to trials and tribulations, what was the bottom point for you during your upbringing in that area? What was the most negative moment or your lowest point?
Um, my my most lowest point. Um, I honestly want to say my most lowest point was definitely losing somebody close to me, my junior. His name Keontae. I lost him um, to drugs. So I want to say that because a lot of shit that we did in the trenches. Like, you know, like a lot of habits that we picked up, a lot of habits we got into, a lot of shit we did, we got it from just being kids running wild in the trenches. Like, you know, picking up habits, bad habits, good habits. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of that shit came from that. So I definitely want to say, you know, it took somebody close to me, somebody real close to me. So I want to say that's definitely the lowest moment. Just picking up bad habits and, you know, it turning out to be other shit. Now you gotta cry, go through shit, emotional shit. I don't like emotional shit, you know. But it is what it is.
What age were you when this took place?
I was 22.
Now, mentally, has this been something you sought any professional help over?
Nah.
Why not? Some people do.
Because it just like was a coincidence that when it happened, my life had started taking a big shift. My life had started to change a whole lot, like right around the time that it happened. So like I was distracted for the most part. I had a lot of people to help me stay focused. I had a lot of things to do and I had a lot of shit to get done. So it was like I had to get in mode whether I was ready or not. Like the position that I was in, it forced me to get in mode and it forced me to be ready. So it's like that's why I feel like still to this day I really haven't like grieved correctly from it because like when it happened it was just so much going on in my life. So, you know, I was like forced. Like I ain't had no choice. I had to be this way.
Be that as it may,
Yeah.
do you want any professional help with that?
Nah. I'm cool. I'm cool on a professional note.
Now, how were you able to survive that upbringing in that environment? There are some people that don't make it. What was your key? What was the secret?
Yeah, just staying busy. You know what I'm saying? Like being sad and crying can't get you paid. So like this is what get me paid. What I do, and I wear it on my sleeve all the time. Like this is what I do. I love what I do. You know what I'm saying? The night I found out my junior passed away, I had a show the very next day. I went to the show. Tears, crying, while rapping on the mic. Like, you know, like, oh, it's getting my eyes watery right now. But yeah,
Take your time.
the very next day I had a performance. I performed, you know, like I had to. I had to do it. So being sad and crying ain't gonna get you paid. Being sad and crying ain't gonna make you no money. You know, I might drop a little tear. You see, I'm emotional right now. I'm an Aries, so I get emotional. But crying ain't gonna get you paid for sure. And I learned that a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta do what I gotta do at the end of the day. And you know, people grieve different. People grieve differently. And I respect how everybody grieves. So I would respect that motherfuckers respect how I grieve. Cause shit to get real, yeah.
You mentioned you are an Aries. Care to share your birthday, the month or the day, perhaps?
April 9th. Big Aries energy. Yeah.
And care to share your current age as well?
I'm 22, the big 22.
Now, there are some people who say things like, don't know if I'll make it to see the age of 18
Yeah.
or 21, for example.
Yeah, for sure.
Did you have any of these thoughts yourself growing up on the East Side?
Nah. I'm a very like positive person. I live in like very positive spirits. I'm never one of those people who like have bad feelings that something is gonna happen to me because I manifest everything that happens. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like if you think like that, it's like you're manifesting it. Like, you have to always think positive. You have to think or have to know that something good is gonna come behind something. Or like it's just like it's like you're not living for shit. If you live every day in fear or live every day and feel like, something gonna happen to you or something might happen to you or you scared that something might happen to you. Because you being scared that something might happen to you might stop you from doing something you really want to do. And I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do. So I'm not gonna live my life in fear. I'm just not gonna do that. I ain't gonna live my life in fear. I got God. I'm a Christian. I believe in God. I got him. That's that.
Be that as it may, knowing what you know now, hypothetically speaking, what would you have said to your younger self back then, if anything?
Whew. Don't fuck with that nigga. He ain't shit. That nigga wasn't nothing. He wasn't never nothing. You knew you had no business fucking with that nigga in the first place, bitch. You a raw ass bitch. You should have never fucked with that. But now I don't be having no regrets. So like when I think about what I could have told myself, why you fuck with that nigga? Cause that's the same shit I be wondering after I'm done with that motherfucker. Why you fuck with that nigga? For real, like, I don't know, I don't live my life with no regrets. You know what I'm saying? I live my life with no regrets. So.
And why that mentality, no regrets? Because there are some that harbor regrets.
Because I feel like you live and you learn. Why would I regret something I learned from? Why would I regret you? I don't regret you. I don't regret you. I might not like how it happened or how it turned out, but I'm not going to regret it or somebody because now I know what a bitch ass nigga is. Now I know what a hating ass bitch is. Now I know what this, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't regret it because you got to learn it. And how can you learn something if you haven't been through it? So no, I don't live my life with no regrets. I'm cool, baby. Whatever they did, that shit on the flow. And whatever I do, I didn't do it again, too. Hello.
Anything else you want to mention about your upbringing or question you weren't asked, people want to know about that?
It took hard work. It wasn't easy. People get lucky, and then you have people who work hard. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I ain't get lucky. I'm not a lucky person. Shit been happening to me my whole life. I was never a lucky person. I'm where I'm at because I put the work in. I stood on my 10 toes. I made sure I did what I needed to do for my music to be somewhere and for me to go where I wanted to go, for me to grow, learn, and prosper. You know what I'm saying? So I put a lot of hard work in, and a lot of other people should put the same work that I put in or at least have the same mentality to want to put the work in so that everybody can be what they need to be. That's all it takes. It's hard work.
What's your opinion on the lucky people?
Stay lucky. Stay lucky. You're gonna need it.